just might as well.
We might as well.
We might as well.
Welcome to the tea with Andrew and GiGi.
Hello! We're so perky today. And we match, but we didn't. That's not intentional.
No, like
we both have the white and gray
Right.
thing going on today. So
we walk into work, we don't text, we don't call.
No.
You would think we'd be friendlier with each other, but no, we just walk in with matching outfits
match
every day.
all the time. It's a problem.
It is a problem.
It's a problem.
So, church this Sunday is 8 and
10:30.
Yay! There is one fabulous thing that happened in the church. Not last night, but the night before. There was another incident with water. Some of y'all like to keep track of our.
Was it a baptism?
It was a baptism of carpet.
Oh no!
And so, if your child is in Godly Play 1 or Godly Play 2, your classes are on the other side of the Christian Ed wing. So garden room and children's church room. So just stay on the lookout for which gradation of short humanoid they belong in, which room. At least you don't have to come in and then turn. You just kind of go in and go that way, children.
Right. So don't expect to be in the same room that you're normally in because of the carpet baptism.
Yes. It's special. This Sunday is also one of the excellent selections of Sunday schools going on. Let me tell you, it's pretty awesome. This week,
tell me.
Amanda Rowcliffe, the Episcopal Church carries out mission.
Ooh, fun.
So this is
That's a good
talking
one.
about the Episcopal Church, I think mostly nationally, how the Episcopal Church does its work in the world, what's going on, especially in light of the Episcopal Relief and Development Fund, which Amanda Rowcliffe is now heading up at Ascension.
Cool.
And then, so the following week, we had a little shift in topics. The following week is medical ethics and faith. That should also be interesting.
Ooh.
Father Pat is continuing his discussion of the film series Rachel Held Evans's The Sacraments, something like that.
Yes, she's doing, I think, the 7.
Yes, immersion into the sacraments. And forum class is still kicking it with African American and feminist perspectives of the Bible.
Cool.
And centering prayer in the library.
Fun.
So
awesome.
Is this Sunday.
Yes, and so that Sunday is going to be, we're going to have all the things going on.
All the things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you want to tell them about the cross thing in church?
The cross thing in church.
The kids and the cross?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
so
we need to tell them.
There's been a little change in procedure.
What? The liturgy has shifted.
No. So, if you are planning to go to children's church, what we're going to do is start having the cross come to the center, then have all the children gather,
oh, let's come to the cross. And then let's go.
Right. So, okay. So, okay. So, let's say this is the cross, right? This is my lotion cross. And then this is a child. So, instead of going down the aisle, rather than cross goes down and then children are coming from everywhere, you have the cross goes down and then the children follow the cross.
Mostly orderly follow the cross.
Right.
No children oh, I'm going to go over here. And here.
Yeah.
And it's cute.
The children are not going to be
like it when they, I love it when the kids are running into church where's my parent? Where did they go? And it's the kid was in the transept 10 minutes, 15 minutes before that. And then they're
so we're going to do a little bit more orderly and more, organized.
More. Not perfectly, but
right.
More.
But, just a little gather, kind of make a quick check. Okay, anybody else coming? Okay, good. Then we go down. Mm-hmm. So that's how we're going to do the exit from children's church.
The mass
exodus of the youngins. Yes. So that's new procedure. So it's not, free for all. It's gather and recess down.
So let's talk about Wednesday nights. They've been kind of fabulous lately.
I know. And I know.
Actually, John Severs can testify to
brother,
the Wednesday nights because he was there.
Well,
I see you out there, John.
I was at
even though
church.
it's just a computer screen.
I was at church on Wednesday night. That's
Yes.
good, right?
You had an army of Jimmy John sandwiches to deal with.
I did. Shout out to Jennifer Moffat for that because our staff was very happy to have free lunch left over today. So
Very much so.
yeah, I think, and I still have a cookie.
So
Still one.
yes, there's one. It's right there.
Yeah, you
So
can have it.
Wednesday nights, it's the overview of the synoptic, or actually all the Gospels. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
the Gospel
There
John
are
is on
4
there too.
official gospels.
I was like, is it synoptics only? No, it's all 4 Gospels. And
Mhm.
Christopher did Matthew last night, and it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he really broke it down to where it's like, okay, if you're going to tackle this gospel on your own,
Mm-hmm.
you have a lot more groundwork to tackle it with.
So on January 30th,
Really?
Father Pat is going to do the Gospel of Luke. So that's the next
the
one.
physician.
And then on February 6th, Father Christopher will do the Gospel of John, which is my personal favorite. I like John. Partly because when I was in college, I spent a lot of quality time in the Gospel of John, because it was fun.
I am usually pretty particular to Luke myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine. But also Mark.
Right.
I don't know why, but I just like Mark.
He keeps it short, sweet, to the point.
That might be why. It's like
It's like the minimalistic
done.
gospel. Yeah.
Yes.
And then on February 13th, Father Pat will do kind of a summary of all the gospels.
Put it all together.
Put it all together. Yep. So
Ooh, what are we having for dinner?
I'm so excited.
Why? If you
'Cause
don't have the
dinner
middle
is
schoolers
great.
and you can
No,
eat it?
because
well.
dinner is delicious.
It was the sausage rice casserole was delicious.
I always miss the good
There may be
meals.
some down there.
Wait. You tell me this after
there may be
lunch?
some, but there's dinner. You've got dinner coming at some point, right? So it was good. So this one is, I'll let you roll with it.
Okay.
It's gonna be delicious.
Beef, picadillo, enchiladas, sauteed vegetables, crisp green salad with carrot, cucumber, chickpeas, and feta. Now that's all on the salad. That's not a pile of salad, a pile of carrot, cucumber, chickpeas, feta. It's all in the salad.
Mm-hmm.
And chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
All
one's
this
classic.
for the low price of $10 for an adult, $5 for a child, or $25 maximum per family. And guess what? Best part? You don't have to cook.
And you don't have to clean up
And
either.
you don't have to clean up. You have to bust your dishes, but you don't have to wash them.
Exactly.
No dishwashing? Like
Pretty
that's
fabulous.
what we're working at.
So I would like to take an intermission from announcements to tell you the joke that you've been waiting to hear
because
all day.
okay, so you've been all about like these. Apparently, I got here late this morning because I had a meeting, and it was very punny around the office, and I missed it, and I was really sad.
So Ed Lester, who I don't know if he ever sees anything on Facebook, but Ed Lester is hanging out in the staff workroom,
Mhm.
and here comes a joke. And he walks into the staff workroom and he says, "There was a nail, and it walked into the bar, and the bartender said, 'Ah, I see you are back again to get hammered.'"
that is an excellent,
Just
most
perfect.
excellent joke.
It was particularly good.
Well,
Um,
it's kind of like one of my favorite anti-jokes.
yes,
A man walks into a bar and says, "Ow."
yeah, and ow. So now we get to cover more of like the goings on in the church, and one of them, which somehow I've got to work in here in a very fancy form, is the Canuga Parish Retreat.
Oh, that was so fun last year.
So Janet Slabacorn is in the foyer doing sort of information
Yes.
and registration drive. However, you go online to register this year. And when I go around this wall and back to my office, I get to and type the link to you.
Yes.
And you get to do all the fun things, as you would say. And then you would also get to have the opportunity for great fellowship.
Yes. And so I kayaked for the first time at the parish retreat last year. And it was great fun.
Okay, so personal point here, which is a lake is a much safer and happier place to learn how to kayak than the sea.
True. This is very true.
And I decided to do my first time on the Albemarle Sound by the sea.
Well, you're just a daredevil.
And that was interesting. They're like, I could take you out. Like, oh.
And it was, except for there's apparently a very large catfish in the lake at Canuga. And
is this like the swan at Montreat? Like, there's a catfish.
It's a very, very large fish that's in there. So I'm sitting there kayaking around. I'm like, this is great. I'm having a great time. I'm sitting there kayaking. Somehow I'm out there like kind of all by myself. Like there's people like, parishioners are around, and this is like my first, like I hadn't worked at Ascension for like 6 months. So like nobody really knows me. But so I'm kayaking and everything's great. And then I think somehow I disturbed this fish in like the marshy area, and he splashes up, and I thought it might as well have been a whale. Like it was Jonah and the whale, but not really. Not that I'm catastrophizing at all or exaggerating. And I screamed bloody murder. And I'm like, ah!
And the angel of the Lord said unto GiGi, thou shalt be swallowed up by the catfish.
I thought I was going to be, but
and thou shalt moan in the belly of the catfish for 40 days and be spit out to preach the good word to the Ascensionites. And
it startled me, and Messy the catfish. Yes,
Messy
exactly. And anyways, it startled me, and I screamed bloody murder, and everybody's like, oh my God, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, fine. Really embarrassing. Yeah, really embarrassing. But it was great fun. I had a good time. So, despite my shock to my life.
So,
okay. That's my.
Yes. So go to
you
Canuga.
Two can have as much fun as I did.
You can have fun and maybe
close encounters,
biblical encounters at
with,
Canuga.
Loch Canuga monster.
So this Sunday we are celebrating the baptism of 2 special little babies, Stella Dorothy Stair and Rhodes Montgomery Harb. It's really special.
Fun. The twofer.
Yes. Community chess drop-off is not this Saturday. It's the first Saturday of February. It's in the parking lot beginning at 10, but you need to get here as soon as you can to drop off all the good stuff before they fill up and go. Because if they fill up and go, there's no going back. You'd have to drive over to Community Chest on Central.
Right. So you want to get here early to drop off your stuff. That way you don't have to go all the way down to Central.
And date night is not tomorrow, but it's next Friday. You will want to RSVP for that. And of course on that night there's tweens. No, sorry, there's not tweens. That's February. No, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It's tweens. It's tweens movie night. So yes. So do you want to talk about youth stuff?
I can talk about youth
stuff. Let's wrap up you doing the youth stuff.
So we're gonna have a Super Bowl party.
My favorite memory as a high school youth at church was the Super Bowl party.
Well, I mean, if you ask real nice, you can come.
Oh, let's see, Sunday, February 3rd. Oh, no, I'm busy. I'm Tyson House.
They have Tyson House on Super Bowl Sunday?
I'm pretty sure they have Tyson House on Super Bowl Sunday.
Tyson House. What are you doing? What are you doing?
They're praising God all the time.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, it just depends on which team they're praying for, which honestly, like, I don't even care. I'm just praying for the commercials, whatever. And that will be starting at 6, so a little bit before kickoff, enough time to kind of get there, get settled before kickoff at 6:30, I think. Yeah. And that'll be at the home of the Monroe family. If you need the address for that, email me, shoot me a text, something like that, because we're not going to just put it out there because safety. And also youth that are coming can bring a snack to share. So, bring your favorite, I don't know, heavy hors d'oeuvres or snacks or pigs in a blanket or whatever your favorite football food is. Yeah, something like that. And also we very much do need dinner angels for middle school and high school. Especially I'll say we do need middle school dinner angels coming out. That'll be Wednesday nights. Dinners don't have to be homemade. They can be catered. They can be, whatever. You can make sloppy joe if you want to. You could make mac and cheese. Make a couple of trays of chicken nuggets. You know, I mean,
Oh yes,
you
get out
know,
your air fryer and bake up some sugar nuggets.
or you get the frozen ones and you just bake them and
Yeah.
bring them. That's
Yeah.
literally like anything like that is popular with our middle schoolers and high schoolers too.
Chicken nuggets and mac and cheese.
Right. Always. Like mac and cheese is like the official food of youth groups.
Yes.
So, but anyway, so yeah,
So
Dinner
yes.
Angels. I'll put the link in the comments so that you guys can sign up for either both of those. So
It's good.
It's greatly
stuff.
appreciated. Yeah.
So we are going to start working on getting some special guests because I know Bishop Brian, I think at one point was like, when am I going to be older? And we're like, well,
Yeah.
when
Well,
we invite
okay.
you,
So
dude.
Bishop Brian, you're the bishop. And like, so you tell us
Don't
when you
you
want to
get to
come.
just show up unexpectedly at
Right.
any point in
Like
time?
he could be like standing right out here and be like, "Hi, I'm here for the tea," and we'd be like,
Oh,
"Okay,
well, okay.
you're the bishop," you know. So whatever we've got planned is
The diocese is like his free reign, I would think, you know, just like
pretty much, yeah. So Bishop Brian, if anytime you want to be on the tea with us,
housekeeping.
you know, that would be really funny. He should like, I mean, we would
What a
be like,
bishop does,
"Woo-hoo!"
actually. Housekeeping in God's church.
Surprise! So,
And some other people. But
yeah.
I use Bishop Brian as an example because it would be really funny.
Yeah. So he's welcome to come on the tea any day he likes.
Yes.
So just let us know.
And he might have to bring Jerry.
I would be,
Jerry
you know,
Lee.
perfectly. I mean, Jerry Lee, of course, is always welcome.
You could have
Like,
a tea
forever.
with just Jerry Lee.
Yeah, like
Why not?
Jerry Lee's the best. We actually have a picture of Jerry Lee up
It's your
in
mama.
the youth room. We have a picture of Jerry Lee up in the youth room.
Yes.
Yeah. So, you know, like is our little. I'm thinking about having it framed and then like have a framed picture of Jerry Lee in our youth room.
Icon.
An icon. Oh, that's such a good idea. Saint Jerry. Saint Jerry Lee.
Someone's
Saint
gonna
Jerry
paint
Lee
one
of
now.
Knoxville.
Someone's gonna paint one. RJ Powell, I challenge you. Will
Icon
Simmerly,
Guild, get on
I
this.
challenge you. Jerry Lee icon.
Jerry Lee
stat.
icon. Jerry Lee of Saint Jerry Lee of Knoxville.
Alrighty. Well, I have to get going. It's been great, y'all. Love
Okay.
you bunches. Nah, that's all stuff we've been doing.
Okay.
It's been running for a long time.
Okay, so you know, like normal, check your bulletin because there's
Check
all
your
kinds
emails.
of cool info in there.
Check the
So,
parish paper when it hits next week.
yeah.
Good to go.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye.